Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the main session of Mysteries of Radnarok. It's been quite a while since our last go at this.
We took another winter break.
We did. we really did. But we are finally back to the main campaign. Everyone is finally here. We are short a couple of folks. We have not heard, or I haven't heard from Moxie. I think a few others haven't. Unfortunately, we are going to just drop her from the campaign for now, since I think she's busy with probably university or some other things. So, unfortunately, we had to get her off for the time being. Maybe she'll come back. We'll see what happens. And then for Reyna, they are also taking a hiatus because of schedule conflicts and other things. So there's just a lot of schedule conflicts with Reyna, so we are just going to let Reyna play whenever she's available to play and whenever there's a chance for a little bit more engagement in the main campaign. So we're now down to 8 players officially. Since it's been a while, let's go around the room and kind of reintroduce all of our characters that we're playing. We'll start with you, Rad, since you are first in line.
Invoice.
If you have a voice,
I have my normal voice. No, it's my normal voice, isn't it? I never did one.
I don't think you did one yet. Yeah.
Oh,
no, I didn't do one.
I was gonna say I couldn't swear there was one.
I think it was maybe a little deeper, kind of a little more sinister.
Hi, my name's Rad.
Yeah, just like that, just like what Jack did.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I could do that. So hi, my name's Red Zeus. I am a half elf ranger, and I like to steal things. That seems to be my main thing about my character, and that's about it. And I now have a pet bird.
Yes.
I mean, is it a pet bird or more like a?
It's it's something beast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a beast. So saying it's a pet bird. It's like,
it's like a familiar.
I mean, saying a pet bird sounds like it's fucking Hedwig. It's just like it's more like.
No, that would be Nymphosis familiar.
Yes.
Yes.
So
does your bird have a name? Because Nymphosis Owl actually does have a name. Does yours have a name? Have you given yours a name?
Did we give it a
I don't
name?
remember if we gave it a name or not.
Oh my god, I don't.
You never gave it a name.
I say we call it Harry.
Darkwing. Darkwing. Call it
Harry.
Darkwing.
If I'm gonna name it I'm gonna call it Eden.
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 Okay.
Good name.
I like it.
Because he leaves and never comes back.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Next up we have Panda, your character.
Oh hey.
I missed that for
I was
a
waiting for
while.
No, I have to remind myself of it now. I'm Wilric. I'm a Tiefling rogue. I'm very forgetful and pretty much a bit of a dunce at times. I like cheese, and I've got a continuous fear of bunnies at the moment, it seems. So
Less
that's
so
it.
now.
Less so now.
Instead.
But I'm hankering for some rabbit stew, let's put it that way.
Might just have to write some into the story just so you can get a little.
There is some currently. It's in our water skins after what Asmodeus did.
Is it rat? Is it? Wait, what?
Everyone's water skins. We haven't opened our water skins yet. Everyone's water skins are currently filled with rabbit stew.
When, did I?
When did this happen?
Did I go into a coma for this?
That was in the rush thing after the last session. It did not make it into the recording.
Ah, well, there you go.
And it's not official.
Okay.
Oh shit! Sorry, Ace.
That
I'm
was just the
overriding
thing
you
that
on this one right now.
Ace did. He tried to fit it in, but then you stopped recording before it happened. Sorry.
That's what she said.
Oh, it's not canon.
Okay.
It's
Not at the
not
moment.
canon.
Anyways.
Okay.
First
yes.
discrepancy.
Did you want to mention your other split personality, or you want to leave that for now?
I'll leave
Whoa, spoilers!
once I remind myself of it.
All right.
It's so long.
Fucking spoilers.
Luz, why don't we head over to your character?
I'm Parthenax, and I'm a Goliath barbarian. And basically, if there's any sort of fight, I want to be there and just use my hammer. Yeah, I smashed a hole in a building once, and that's pretty much what I'm known for.
You never look back since.
Yeah, that's why I changed for the better or worse.
All right. Paper. Your character.
Character is Xylith, is a dragonborn rogue. He has been on his own all his life. Kind of been stealing and scavenging all his life, but doesn't really want to go down that path anymore. Kind of wants to, on this journey, find a way out of that sort of lifestyle. Really kind of soft-spoken kind of guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just realized since kind of leveling up and whatnot, you have all of the different feats that you all have taken in the subclasses, so it's kind of cool to see all the progression now with level 3.
Oh yeah.
And level 4 is going to bring some interesting stuff too.
Yeah.
Jack.
So my name is Jack, but my character is Julian.
I'm a male forest wolf, Palandid. The reason for my voice is I was in the army, and one of my friends stabbed me in the throat. Fucker. I can't believe he did that. But ever since I left the army, I've become a bit of a loner. I'm a big fan of the drink. And yeah, I don't do much now. Mainly because I have so much PTSD. Enjoy.
Thank you, Jack. Over to Nian, your character.
Hi, I'm Nian. I'm playing Talamaster Elmwood. She is a wood elf monk from the swamp we are currently traveling on the outside of, towards, and they're on their, and she's dealing with a lot of stuff right now, so she drinks a lot to cope.
And experimenting with some cocktails as well, as we've seen throughout some of the adventures so far.
I forget. Did we ever figure out what happens with the darts now? Okay.
No, you don't.
I thought one of the darts landed during the last fight when Melog died.
You did. There was not much happened with the how the rolls went. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Geo, your character, please.
Hi guys, I'm Geo. I'm also playing Nymphus Stormweather, your dashing young, carefree noble Air Genasi. Kind of hyper at some points. I'll be here to entertain.
There we go. Bobby, your character.
Speaking of PTSD from a few characters ago, Belto Belthard. He's a crystalline gem dragonborn cleric, as well as some other tidbits that he has acquired. And he had a mental snap when yet another person around him died. So he's currently a bit quiet off on the side of things. But he wants to do his best to help those around him.
Very nice. So the group so far has traveled from Valpor. That's where we started. And it's been a little over a week since the party left. They've had a few different run-ins with some different towns, looking for some more clues as to what the Rad Shard is, which is currently what they're on the quest to find out. Either try to discover it, learn more about it. And they were told by someone in Valport to go to Elfrost to look for more information about what the Rad Shard is, where to find it. So the party's been journeying. They've gone through several different encounters. Some have fallen along the way. Last session, we witnessed the final moments of Melog, who is played by Moxie, who is a rabbit folk bard. And we are now kind of coming back to the group, just getting to the point where they met up with a dwarven wizard by the name of Hiscryn. She kind of lives to herself, and they met another person, Evie, who is played by Moxie, and that is where we will pick up our journey for this session.
There we go.
So from the last session, you all kind of came up as they were wrapping up dinner. As you all kind of take time to set up camp, there's a lot of leftover food that she has available to you if you're interested in going to get some. You can see where the hut is. It's pretty close to the water. It's also there's not much room between the hut and then where kind of the rest of the forest off to the left is. You see that behind her hut there is a pretty decent sized field, maybe half an acre of different plants and whatnot that she's kind of walking around and tending to. But for the time being, you all are kind of you've parked the cart, you've hooked up Gerald to one of the little stable posts there. Anyone want to kind of open up as you all are starting to prepare for dinner?
First of all, can we have the map changed, please?
Yes. We will get over to...
Absolutely not, Jack. You get the wood background.
You get fuck all.
Yeah.
I gotta see if everyone is actually in the right spots.
So can I just quickly check the person who I am nearest right now? Is that her scene and Evie's on the other side, correct?
I don't know what that's a leftover from something. No, that's not supposed to be her. But I need a token for Hiscryn. So
yeah, okay. Because about to say,
that
I
was
am
one
next
that you
to.
used for her last time.
Because
is it okay?
Because I knew I was next to someone, and I was gonna say that I was gonna immediately start talking to Hiscryn, but obviously if I wasn't next to her, then it would.
No, I mean she'd be kind of close by. We'll say just for the sake of it, because we kind of ended the last session pretty abrupt. That we can kind of cycle back, and you can start talking to her before she leaves.
I'm interested in info. I don't care about much else. I want info. That's my view. So I'm gonna be talking to, I guess, Hiscryn, but also Evie, I guess, because Evie is technically there. But I don't know if we're giving Evie a voice or not.
Depending on what you ask, just go for it.
Yeah.
So like you're out here like in the middle of the woods. You know these areas. We're trying to make our way to Elfrost. Like, what would you say is probably the best way to get there? Like, any advice you could give to a group of travelers?
Well, definitely make sure you keep your rations up. It's a long journey, but you're not too far away. You may be a day or two before you get to Elfrost. What takes you to Elfrost? Not many folks are going up that way.
We're on kind of like a quest. We're not even sure we were supposed to go in the right direction, to be perfectly honest, but it's called the Rat Shard. I mean, I don't know what the fuck that is, but whatever. These guys want to go for it. And I was like, hey, why the hell not? So yeah, have you heard of it, the Rat Shard or whatever?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. With advantage, by the way?
No, just straight.
Okay.
Okay.
I technically do have advantage on my character. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you do have advantage on character?
I have advantage on my character.
So it would be with advantage, yeah.
So
14.
14.
So you notice whenever you said the term Rad Shard that a little glimmer of recognition kind of seemed to kind of betray her, kind of show across her face a little bit. She tries to keep a straight face, but there's definitely some recognition of the term Rad Shard.
Is there anyone near me else who could have noticed that, or is it just me?
I think for the sake of this conversation, it's just you around right now.
Wait, hang on a second. Do you know what I'm talking about? I mean, I thought this was just a joke. I mean, do you know what, like, this Rad Shard or whatever?
So she will. Okay, now you got me in the corner a little bit.
Within 5 minutes, DM is fucked.
Right? Winning! Well, I have heard of the rat shard before. It is in several folklore tales and of many long lost stories told. It gets around in a few places, but I haven't heard anyone mention the rat shard in quite some time. I kind of live off on my lonesome, but I
To tell me all you know about the rat shard. I genuinely thought I was just following these guys to Elfrost because there's good drink in Elfrost. But are you telling me this quest actually means something? Like, what the hell is this rat shard? What do your folklore say that it is?
Well, there's some tales of mysterious power behind the red shard, and it has some kind of mythical connection to the world that we live in, and kind of how things came to be. But some other tales are just a powerful stone that grants some very unusual but mysterious powers, and people have sought after it for a while. But it's been kind of a tale lost to time in a way. Not many people talk about it, and for those that do, it's almost kind of almost a fanatical focus for some reason. But I'm not sure if I believe it. But
Wait, hang on a second. With these powers, did they say that they would potentially grant you to see people?
I'm not sure. It's just folklore tales. It's not really. I mean, you've heard folklore. It's kind of rumor mixed in with some fact, but a lot of just mythical fiction tied into it.
Okay. At this point, Julian very much goes is it all in thought and just basically walks away and no, just slowly, not rudely, but just they slowly walks away at this point.
Okay.
They're just in thought.
Okay.
But Julian says goodbye. It's not a rude
Goodbye, whatever.
I don't want to be rude. I'm just saying I move away at that point. Just in thought.
Yeah. And as she sees you walk away, she's like, I mean, I'm happy to tell you some stories if you're interested, but I've got some books that might of interest to you if you're interested in some of the tales. But feel free to come ask if you're interested.
You hear Nymphis pops up. Wait, books, tales, what?
She looks over to you and it's like, yes. Obviously, since I live alone for quite some time, I have plenty of time to read and get familiar with some of the local talent, local writings, and also some. I've got some older books of my own collection as well. But yes.
Ooh. May I see some, please?
Sure.
I'm Nymphis, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Hiscryn. Nice to meet you. Yes, I've got several books inside. If you would like to come in and have a look.
Nymphis is already at the door before you even.
As you enter the door, you see a lot of things designed for a dwarven height, but you, since you're a little bit shorter, you don't have to duck to get in and kind of walk down. The ceiling is tall enough for you to stand comfortably without an issue. If Parthenax was going in, on the other hand, we might have some problems.
It wouldn't even fit in the door.
Maybe not. We'll have to roll dexterity if we get to that point. Anyways, so you get in. Off to the left, you see kind of where the kitchen area would be. Kind of center off to the right is where a little bit more of the living room. There's a couple of chairs, a little fireplace, some bookshelves, and you see another little kind of door that goes into the back. You assume that's probably where the bedroom is and where she sleeps and all that. And so she walks in and first she goes over to the kitchen. Is like, would you be interested in any tea or any evening beverage that I can prepare for you?
Sure. Yeah, I'm down for it. Yeah.
You quickly pour yours.
I'm just I'm at the shelf looking at everything. I was like, oh my god, I have that.
So roll a perception. Roll a perception for me.
All right. First row perception. Oh, come on, roll it. Okay, there. There you go. Persuasion, no, perception.
Yeah, just
Sorry.
perception. Yep. Wow.
That's funny.
Okay.
Someone else gets perception.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're looking through the books, you note.
First, that's 20.
Yeah, right. You note that there is several books that are of a wide variety of topics. Some go throughout like the history of the world. Some are different wizarding books. Since I guess you guys don't know this in campaign yet, but I've told you all she's basically a dwarven wizard. So she has a couple of wizarding books and some other spell books. But you notice she has a little section of books that are Stormweather books. Some of which you are currently selling.
Oh my god! I go. Hey,
I have money.
I have these books. I sell these. These are my mom's books.
She turns around and is like, your mom. Who is your mother?
Well, it's we just Miss Stormweather. You might know her from various.
I know her quite well. In fact, she and I are good acquaintances actually from a while ago. And she, yes, she has given me plenty of her books to read, and they have been a joyful read to my collection of books. I'm guessing if you're selling them is I guess she's back up to her old whims of kind of getting in with some of the common folk, I guess, a little bit now, isn't she?
Yeah. So, how did you know her again? Like,
her and I go way back. We spent some time together. In my younger years. I'm obviously a little bit older now, but
were you part of her adventure party? Perhaps.
Might be a little modest to say, but yeah, for a little bit I was, yes.
Nymphus's jaw just drops, just going. This is such a, oh my god, she's gonna freak out. I've only heard stories and tales of different, adventures that she's got, and even in her stories that she's written, I never tell me all about it.
So over the next 30 minutes or so, you all start talking about different stories and adventures and kind of putting two and two together about some of the stories that you kind of recount, some of your favorites, and she has a little bit of extra detail to provide to those stories that aren't written in the books. And she shows you a few books that you've never actually seen before. Some that are either just not a publication that is just sold, or just something that was more of a kind of endearing present to Hiscryn because of the relationship that she has with your dragon mother. And there's one book that she starts kind of rummaging through, and as she go through some of the stories, she starts to kind of get a inquiring tune. And at one point she asks you, so one of your companions mentioned the Rad Shard. Are you familiar with the Rad Shard? And
I don't really know. He's like, Nymphus's nose is inside the books, just like looking at everything. Yeah, they're looking for the Rad Shard. I know it does something really magical and it's grand, and oh my god. And he's flipping through. Look at his illustration. But honestly, I really don't know much about it. Like, what is it supposed to do?
Well, like I told your companion, there's a lot of folklore behind the Rad Shard and what it does. There's a whole litany of folk tales and suspicion out there of if it's even a real thing. But who am I to say? I've only been on so many adventures myself. But perhaps this book would be of interest to you. Maybe this will give you a little bit of interesting read if you are more interested, and if your friend is interested as well. And she hands you a book that's titled "Fire of the Gods."
He grabs it, opens up, sees that his mom wrote about it right there, and this is. I don't have this one. Whoa! And he's
Well,
like flipping
I'm
through
happy to pass
illustrations
it
and
on to
everything.
you. I've read this one a few times. Definitely don't recommend reading it at night. It might give you a few nightmares, but this definitely has a lot of folktale and stories that might be of interest to you.
He puts it on top of the big pile of books that he's trying to walk out to outside with. But
As you're walking out, it's like only the top one is for you to keep. I would like the other ones back.
I'm just gonna light the fire. I'm just gonna get out here.
The rest of
And
you all,
Nymphis
as you're preparing for for dinner, you just see Nymphis walk out with a stack of books. So while this is going on with Nymphis, is anyone else doing anything particular before we kind of move on? Anyone scouting around or just kind of helping set up camp?
The only thing I'd add is Julian has gone to the river for reflection, so Julian is fully out of it pretty much at this point.
Okay.
Did anyone see him walk off? Like, was I close enough to see him walk away?
He's close by enough. He's within 60 feet.
Okay.
So.
How close are we to like where the swamp is comparatively to where we are and the house and all of us?
The house in the swamp, you don't know exactly how far, but it's far enough out where no one that's going to be walking down this trail or even close to here is going to stumble across your village.
Okay.
Yeah. Any last checks? Okay. So after a little bit, once you all get meal prepping stuff done, Hiscryn comes out and offers to use any of the cooking stuff that she has set outside, and she also brings out some different berries and nuts for you to kind of incorporate into meals as you see fit. So you get a decent sized meal, and she, after a little bit of cleaning up inside, she comes back out and starts to kind of mingle in with you all and just kind of learn a little bit about you. So she's, I think, where will all you be sitting? So we'll say like the little cooking stuff is kind of out over here. Where are you all going to be kind of eating for dinner?
Is that where like the campfire is? Where
like all the cooking stuff. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be like right next to it.
Trying to find my drawing tools. Here we go.
Well, I mean, this looks like the campfire right here. Just saying, yeah.
It's an older campfire, but she's based.
Oh, okay.
That's like if someone was kind of off camping close by, but not with her. But she's offering to like use her pit and cauldron to cook or make whatever that you want. So that's kind of
what a great gal
over here.
So we are writing off rations.
Not for this one.
He's drowned.
you have enough. We'll say you have enough kind of provided that you don't need to worry about rations.
All right. Thank you.
I mean, if people want to come over to me, I've got 31. So if at any point people need rations, come over to me.
Don't worry about. Are you
gonna stay sitting there, Jack?
I am fully in reflection mode right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll say for Parthenax, you staying in the cart?
How long after the the encounter we had last time? How long ago was it since we had that? If you know what I mean.
So you all left around kind of early afternoon from that house, and where you are here now, it's about maybe 7 o'clock at night. The sun's still kind of in the setting phase, but it's been about 6 hours.
Okay.
About half a day, I would say.
So I'm still going to be like either sat on the wheel or on the back of the trailer kind of thing. So I'm still annoyed I didn't get to go to town on someone with my hammer. You know what I mean? I'm still just raging in the background a little bit to myself, just
You
talking
did go
myself.
to town on the house, though.
So, before I head over to Xylith, because I've been near this area, I do tell Parthenax that we're relatively close to a town. It's about a day's travel away. And there should be a small town just off the road where it splits at an intersection.
Yeah, we haven't reached that split yet, have we? There's a split in the road that goes left to Elfrost and right to another thing.
Yeah, that's where I told
Okay.
the elves to meet us, so I could talk to the elder.
Okay. So Helenestra wants us to go right, but most of the group wants to go left. Is that correct?
No.
So
No.
You don't.
They come from
so
left
we're-
out of the woods to our.
So there's
a town across the river down, and then there's just the path up to Elfrost.
Okay. Okay.
So,
That's cool.
yeah, I believe you told him just to meet you at near the split, not necessarily.
Yeah, near the split.
Yeah.
I wonder if there was actually like any definitive reason why one of us would want to go right rather than heading to where we want to go. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, now that Evie's kind of fading out of the picture.
I'm guessing that was okay. So we're heading left. Cool. But for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Unless we're diverted that way. Cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful. No way. Cool.
All right. So as Hiscryn comes out after kind of cleaning up a little bit, she walks by you, Nymphis, with your books, and that you're still just going through books, and you're eating and going through more pages. She's like, try not to get any spills on those, please.
Of course. I'm like,
Just a quick thing. As
Thank you, dear.
Hiscryn is like a mage wizard, right? Or like a witch, right?
You don't necessarily know
you
in
don't
character.
necessarily know in character.
Right. We okay. I thought you said. Okay.
Right. You don't know in character.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's cool.
As far as you all know,
that's
she's an elderly,
just a normal
dwarven
person.
folk.
No, normal person. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll shut up.
And since you're the closest by Xylith, she'll come up to you. It's like, hope the accommodations are good for your crew. I'm, again, not used to having so many folks here, but you're welcome to use any of the stuff I have around to prepare whatever meals that you need before you settle in for the night. What brings you up this way?
Who's she talking to? To me and Helenestra?
Yeah, since you two are the closest there. Yep.
Oh, okay.
We're just passing through. We got a meeting with some people in the next couple of days.
Then we're passing through to Elfrost. We're headed to Elfrost after.
That's what I've heard. You all have folks that you're meeting in Elfrost. That's not a place that a lot of people normally go, especially of this variety of folks that you have coming up together. I see a lot of elfin folk up that way, but y'all are quite a mix.
Yeah.
She's she kind of nods along. Is like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Anything that you can tell us about the rest of the way there? About the rest of the travel?
There's not a lot of places to stop. You'll see maybe a couple of camps that have been set up before you take the bridge to head over the river. But there's a lot of wilderness going up to Elfrost. Do you know much about Elfrost? Have you visited before? Is this your first time going?
I've never been, but I've only heard a little bit, so I don't know too much.
I see.
Have you been?
I've been a couple of times myself, yes. But if y'all have not been there before, you all might need some preparation before you head up there. Not a lot of folks go in there unless they have a reason, and they're typically invited to be there if they're not of the high elven kind or other elven kind.
You hear a big gasp from Nymphis. He goes, and he drops his cheese on bread that he had over there. He's just nibbling on and everything. And he's like,
"Are you dying?"
Are you dying? Oh my god, jeez!
Kind of look over.
As he drops and reveals the book, you see this beautiful drawing of what looks like kind of a mystical shrine that has like water kind of looping around and kind of twinkling fairy light that could be best drawn. And kind of what you were just reading, Gio, was kind of just a mystical spring that kind of heals all illnesses, and kind of a folk story of a long lost wellspring of life, kind of like a fountain of youth type thing.
It's like a fountain of youth, guys.
What's that?
Words that came to my head. But look, and also here's a picture. This is my mom, and that was, I think that might be my dad, and that was one of their. I think this is you. Is this you?
She looks and it's like, no, that's not me, but that was one of our other dwarven traveling companions. Yes.
You just see on Hollister's face with like Nymphus's excitement going through like the 7 stages of confusion of like just not knowing what's going on with that.
Oh my god! So thank you for letting me have this. This is amazing.
Are you getting any of this? I'm so confused.
Remember, that one comes back to me. You can keep the other one, but that one comes back to me. Theory. Yes, Bobby.
For the talk regarding Elfrost and getting in, would Beltos close enough to hear that, or was it like hushed-ish conversation?
No,
we weren't really keeping it hush-hush.
That's what I want to confirm before interjecting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So
they're not keeping it hush-hush, but you're close enough to kind of overhear if you wanted to get a little bit closer.
Without even looking up from his food that he's just like slowly fiddling with on the platter, I'll be able to get us in. I'm coming back from a mission from there myself.
Oh, hello there. Okay. So do you know what this party is getting in for themselves? I guess you all have a reason for getting
I was
up
there for a mere 4 hours before I was transported from the council on my mission. I dare not say more for safety.
You see her kind of go through these thoughts of trying to figure out, okay, that is a little odd for what happened, but okay, wait, yeah, okay. You kind of get that kind of inquisitive, like confused look going back and forth across her face for like 10 seconds or so, and she's like, well, anyways, yes, most do not go there unless they have a reason to go there, and mostly if they're explicitly invited, if they're not part of the community up in Elfrost. I'm guessing quite a few of you are not familiar with the high elves that live in Elfrost.
No.
I see.
I can probably. I mean, I have a scroll that lets me go all over the place, but I've never been to Elfrost.
I'm not sure if that scroll will get you very far, but let's talk a little bit later. There are some things you all might like to know if you do intend to truly get to inside even the gates of Elfrost.
Can I insight check her?
You may.
Can I do that too?
I'll say yeah. Well, I'll say you give Geo advantage on the roll, on the insight roll. 14. Kind of hard to read, other than that she's like you trust that what she's saying, that she's been there before, makes sense. So you get the sense that there's what she's saying about you don't really go to Elfrost unless you have a purpose or invited to go there. That's probably pretty accurate.
Okay. What'd you say her name was?
Hiscryn.
Hiscryn?
Yep.
Hiscryn, have you? So you've been to Elfrost a couple of times. Do you recognize any of these people, maybe from the council or from there? And then Hollister describes her dream of the different elves that she saw. It's been months. I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember if Belzo's heard of this dream before yet.
No, I did. I'm pretty sure I did when I interrogated you when we first met you.
Okay.
For those who want the spelling of her name,
Thank you.
there in chat. Since a few people have asked in private messages already.
I mean, it's in your Twitch chat. It's in your Twitch thing.
It is actually. That is true. It is in the Twitch title.
Oh.
So, as you're describing the appearances that you give off, she does kind of acknowledge that she's familiar with at least one or two of the individuals. As you're explaining the one with kind of the more brown and green style, she's very kind of gives a very acknowledging nod to that one. The other two, not as much, almost like she's not sure if she remembers exactly who they are or if she's familiar with them outright, or maybe she's just heard of them. But definitely the one that seems to be more of the kind of high wood elf type from your vision seems to recognize. Like, I do recognize that one there, but the other two I'm not too sure about. It's been quite some time since I've been up there myself, but yes, I'm curious about your vision. What brought on this vision for you to have?
It just happened one day. I can't explain it. I just remember I fell asleep and then this image just flashed in my mind. And it ran through very quickly, so I just kept trying to make it happen each time. So some of the details might be a bit more fuzzy, but that's just what I remember, specifically those three elves. So I didn't know if you might know their. You said you were familiar with one. Do you know their name?
Let me pull
Do you remember their name?
Let me pull up my name list.
I'm checking mine.
I didn't make a name for this one originally, but I have a name pool I can pull from.
Okay.
Let's go with that one. Erkan Lordaster.
Eric and Lord Aster, can you spell that for me, please?
Just gonna put,
Slash.
just gonna put it in the chat.
Thank you.
For which elf
Thank
was
you.
this? Thank you.
This was the
This was
what
the
elf?
this was the kind of the elf that had more of the brown earthy garb.
Yep. Thank you. Just making sure I put it in the right spot. Thank you.
Yep. Mostly brown with accents of green. It was the older of the three. I'll say that you do note that.
Yep.
Kind of based on who it might be, that might indicate how long how long ago it was when she was last there. So the other two she might only know of because they're younger. So I'll give you that little.
Does
detail.
that name ring any bell with Holonostra?
It would not. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to come with us, Hiscryn, to Elfrost? I'm sure you might have some people you haven't seen up there in a long time.
Oh, I appreciate it. My adventuring days are done, I believe, for the most part. I'm just an old dwarven lady just trying to live out the rest of her days. But I'm definitely willing to help you get on your way to Elfrost and make sure you all get there. Not sure what is drawing you there, but if you all feel the need to go there, then I can at least try to help prepare you for what to expect when you get there.
Memphis pulls off one of the books of sorcery and stuff like that. So, does this mean you're a sorcerer?
No, my dear. I am but a humble dwarven lady. I just merely enjoy some of the readings.
Considering one of the people in Belto's backstory, can I roll an insight?
Go ahead and roll an insight. I'm not sure what you're going at, but okay.
Can I incite Belto?
No.
Fair.
All right, go ahead and roll an insight.
13.
13.
Could
she's
I
being
tell
modest,
what?
but
Or no?
she's being modest, but
I can
maybe
draw
not
my own
telling
conclusion.
all. Sure.
Okay. I won't say anything.
that. Sure.
I have my suspicion.
You said you were an adventurer?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
sorry.
I'm sure your friend over here, Nifis, could probably tell you a lot more about some as he reads through some of the stories. But yes, I was an adventurer like you all at one point, many years ago.
Until I took an arrow to the knee.
Nymphis is like sliding through the pages, like, yeah, beholder, she fought a beholder.
Like, oh, you're too kind.
What, if you don't mind me asking, what was your role with your group? Like, were you a healer, or were you dealing, making a lot of or multiple attacks, or carrying a distraction, or what?
It's kind of past my prime now. I helped out fighting for the most part, and every once in a while had to take care of some little pesky magic problems. But you know how adventuring goes.
Oh.
You get a little bit of everything experience as you go along with your adventuring party. Everyone has to pick up pieces somewhere along the way.
I lean over to Helenestra. She could probably take all of us on and survive. Okay, I don't want to fight her. I don't know why you're telling me this. I'm just saying how.
It's about
pick back and forth between them two.
It's about at this time you flip to a few pages, and one of them is actually a kind of drawing of her. So like there was eventually like throughout one of these books portraits of the individual party members, and you see her adorned in this heavy dwarven armor that is composed of leather and metal and a whole bunch of different things that kind of adorn
Does
it.
the page like flip out of the book, and I'm like,
yep. And you notice, and you notice like some like starry, sparkly swirls, almost kind of indicating kind of an arcane type of aura about her in this specific drawing.
wow, hey, this is her. Look, and I roll, and whoever's like in the distance looking, I'll like do school,
Do a
like
sweep.
showing everybody, yeah.
So
Show and tell.
Ulrich, Rad, and Reyna just kind of looking up from the food, like, okay, going back to food.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you did you do magic?
Yes, I'm actually an odd one of my kind. I have somehow been gifted with the craft of wizardry, and that's pretty uncommon for dwarven folk. I was quickly exiled from my kind when my powers were discovered, and I could not keep them anymore. And your friend's mother actually took me in and brought me into what was my family, our adventuring party.
So if you're family with my mom, that means auntie?
I don't know if I would go that far, but but sure. But sure, dear.
You see my owl next is just like sitting, like he lands right next to me, and he's just like flapping me, trying to give me some air.
Halnestra goes over to Nymph and is like, "Are you good? Are you going to like pass out from like excitement?" And is like trying to, I guess, do a medicine check to see like if he is close to passing out from lack of air.
It's historical. I'm an air genasi. How am I gonna?
I know, but Halnestra's not really met other people, so she doesn't understand that.
Watch out,
you're
Bobby.
not
You
gonna
might
run.
be up next.
Oh man, Nymphis is just like this is like Christmas for him. Like he's never gotten a chance to meet his mom's adventuring party. She's only told various stories, and whatever he's picked out of reading and everything, she kind of keeps to herself on those fun tales. So seeing her in her youth is like very historical for him. It's just like, oh my god, it's happening.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. So as she kind of wraps up this discussion with you, Halnestra, and Xylith, and she kind of makes her way over to Belto, Robic, and Rad as you're kind of wrapping up eating your food, and she approaches you, Belto, first, and Says. So you've mentioned you've been to Elfrost before, but only for a very short time. It sounds like. And that's how you plan to get back into Elfrost with your companions? I don't know if that's a ticket to re-entry, if I may
This
inquire
group
about.
is expected. The visions were, I'll just simply say, more than to one person. There are those in Elfrost who are waiting for this group to arrive. To my knowledge.
She's gonna insight check you.
Okay.
Oh, get fucked.
That was an 8 on the die.
Get unfucked.
So 12.
I was just saying, you may make a persuasion/deception roll, depending on what you
Well-
feel is most appropriate.
I'm gonna say, like, what are you trying to hint at?
Get mini fucked.
Are you trying to, like, hint under the rug something, or are you just trying to?
No, I was
Kinda
just.
say
Those
plainly.
were the details I was giving. I just wasn't giving everything just because I was told to have some secrecy with this mission.
So you're saying that your party is not a coherent group, and you're all just you've all just gone together because you're all heading in the same direction, or is
For
there?
the most part.
Let's see.
But
Um,
considering, as you have already been informed of the, from what I could hear of the group's quest towards the Rad Shard, they were told to go to Elfrost by whatever means it was, seemingly these visions. But someone in Elfrost received a similar vision and is anticipating the group's arrival.
I see. You see a very concerned and kind of inquisitive but worrisome look kind of come over her expression before
I was
she
not
kind of quickly
given
goes back.
all the information. I was only told what I was needed to know.
See. All right. I definitely recommend safety on your journey up there. If there is a vision that's been imparted by one of the party members, maybe I can assist in understanding that vision further. If you all are willing to allow that, it is quite unusual, I might say. Even in all of my times of adventuring and history of what I know about these realms, it's quite uncommon for something like that to occur.
Because this is the first person outside of Elfrost that I've encountered who has mentioned the Red Shard through the conversation that the party earlier had, could I just do an insight check just to get a feel of how much Belta will trust her with information, or to determine if Belta will encourage or discourage the party from sharing any info? Or just...
I mean, if you want to make a roll to do that, I guess make a...
I would presume insight for that, again.
I'd say you could... Yeah.
Okay.
You can probably do an insight for that.
Hapa! A 15.
15. You
What's
get
the
the
vibe
sense
I'm getting?
that with her, the experience that she's claiming that she has adventuring before,
Mhm.
that there is quite a bit that she probably has experience with. It seems like what she's saying about her experience with Elfrost and who goes there and everything is probably pretty true. She seems pretty open for the most part, aside from just kind of the few things that she's been kind of modest and just not openly saying, like the fact that she kind of was a magic user.
But she seems to be
but
offering
there's
genuine
nothing-
help and not seeming to be prying for information to just
Correct.
use for her own gain, to my knowledge.
Correct.
All right. Cool. Well, if you're offering your services, and I've got a decent feeling about you, I could use some better news if there's anything that you could glean from whatever visions may be provided.
I heard your friend Helen Nestor, I believe. She said that she had a vision with some high elf folks and the possible rad shard occurrence in there from what she described.
From what I could tell, it based off the description when I first heard it, it sounded like the council that met with me.
I see. It's been quite some time since I've been there, but I'm more than happy to assist you all as best I can to prepare you for what you'll find in Elfrost, of course. Panda and Brad, you're both right there listening to the conversation. You getting in on this at all?
Yeah, I'll go. I'm eating while I'm eating. I'm going. This will take. Oh wow!
Cheese.
This will take. Oh come on! This will taste better with cheese. And then I'll look because obviously I've heard what Bella was saying. Is like, someone's waiting for us.
Yep.
And then I'm looking. Who are you again?
She looks.
And then.
So after she's done talking with Belto, she kind of looks to you and Rad, since you all haven't really said much yet. So figured that she would kind of come on over and introduce herself to you. It's like, hi, are you all enjoying your food tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, but I could. I wasn't expecting guests, but hope that made you all at least somewhat comfortable with what we had available.
It was much appreciated. It would have been nice with some cheese, though. Ooh, cheese.
I haven't had some cheese here in quite some time, actually. It doesn't usually stay during the summer months, but with it getting a little cooler, if you come around again, I'd be happy to give you some cheese.
Ooh, I found cheese one time in the forest.
I kind of just like look at him and just roll my eyes.
Do I hear him say that?
Yeah, you're close enough. Yeah.
Don't you go in the woods again. I will kill you myself if you do.
Did you say go into the woods?
Do you want to wake up tomorrow or no?
She's looking back and forth and is like, what is this party?
Looking back and forth, Belto's got Vietnam flashbacks happening again.
I lift my eyes and I'm like, so, what's this hearing of a rad shard? Do you know anything? Obviously, I don't know if I heard anything from the conversation with Helenestra or
I'll
Nymphis,
say
yeah.
just roll a perception check, and depending on that, we'll see if you're attentive or if you're just focused on food.
Fair enough.
So this will be a 1.
19.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you overheard the conversations. Yep.
Can someone remind me of what the conversations again? Sorry.
Basically,
I've got work brain.
yeah, basically you heard Helenestra talking, or you overheard Helenestra talking about the vision. You heard a few questions to Hiscryn about her time in Elfrost, what she did during her adventuring days, and then talking with Belto a little bit about kind of what the whole goal of the party is, how it's kind of disjointed. Everyone's going to Elfrost for kind of different reasons, it seems like.
Interesting. I would like to hear a little bit more about this rat shard. Maybe if I go to, I'm going to Elfrost with these a lot. It'll be interesting. And then I'll look to the small boy, Radzeus, next to me.
Small boy.
I'm 7 foot. I'm 7 foot.
Oh man. As Hiscryn kind of looks at you, he's like, well, the rat shard is, I'm sure you've probably heard this plenty of times, but it's very much embedded in folklore and tales. Where did you all hear about the rat shard? Several of your other companions had mentioned trying to learn more about this rat shard. Did you all hear about it together, or are you all going up? I guess some of you all are going for different means, but it sounds like quite a few of you are trying to figure out more about this supposed rat shard thing.
It was quite random. Obviously, I'm there trying to gather my memories. I'm like, we found out by a patron in a bar which we all coincidentally was at, despite our very different races, and randomly, coincidentally, in this bar.
Destiny.
Destiny, yeah, definitely. But yeah, we heard it from a patron, and ever since we were devoted into finding it for some mysterious reason.
Did any of you all know this patron, or was it just a random occurrence?
Yeah, didn't we kill this patron?
No, we
No.
just walked off.
No, you did not.
The bar got attacked.
There's a hood. If I remember, it was just a hooded patron, weren't it?
That's all the details that you all remember. You all did not
Yeah.
roll well on your
Yeah,
perception checks.
I remember that.
Other than that, I'll be like, okay, my food is empty, and then I just try to get another serving and start eating again.
Very, very interesting, random fellow approaching you all. But how did you all come together? And she kind of looks to you, Rad, as well. Kind of like, how did you all just? Was it really just happenstance? You all were at the same tavern or bar?
Yeah, I kind of just look up and just say we were all convened at the same bar, and then we were attacked by some orcs, and then even though we didn't quite like each other at first, we've kind of all been forced upon this mission to go find this rad shard. That we're not quite too sure what the end result's going to be, but we've decided for some stupid reason to stick together. And we had a bunny that we tried to cook, but was told that we couldn't, and now she's dead. And now we've got this idiot who just loves cheese. Everyone else is okay.
I looked around to you, it's like, the bunny's dead.
and I just put my head down like, I was not meant to tell him.
And she looks at you kind of a little disturbed, like, was this a pet rabbit? It seems a little...
No. Like a actual living, talking one.
A talking rabbit.
It was a rabbit folk. A very evil rabbit folk.
And
tried to kill me multiple times. I have nightmares.
She kind of just gives you a firm tap on the shoulder, since she's a little bit shorter than you. It's like, I'm sorry for you losing your companion, but I'm glad that you're not worried anymore. It's like kind of like the awkward, trying to make you feel good type of.
Especially in this situation, not knowing what the frick to say.
Right. And she's kind of goes along. It's like, talking with some of the others. If you all would like some info about where you're going, I'll be more than happy to talk with you all a little bit later after you all are done eating, of course.
Did anybody else have any other visions similar to Helenestris?
Helenestris had a
Say that out
vision.
loud.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
Ooh, visions.
Vision.
Some people have
Jeez.
visions.
Memphis goes, no visions that I've seen or anything.
Ghost.
I remember I shared my vision with someone. Was it just with Helenestra, or was it someone else?
Maybe Melog?
I can't
More than
remember. I think
Yeah,
it
more
was
than
maybe
likely would've
Melog and Okay.
Yeah, it would have more likely
Probably.
been Melog,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably.
I remember Helenestra for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Just curious. Okay.
So she's gonna start making her way over to Julian. Parthenax, are you like inside the cart? Or are you hanging out of the cart?
I'm just sat almost like leaning almost against the cart because I can't obviously fit in it. I'm just like leaning against it. The
Okay.
two wheels are off the floor. I'm just it's just
Okay.
on two wheels.
So you're just saying that you're not necessarily you're not trying to avoid being seen.
No, I'm still just annoyed. I'm just like smacking the hammer, like tapping it against the
Okay.
floor, remembering back.
Okay. So she's gonna come over to you and kind of hop up onto the back because obviously she can't like look over the side at you. And he's like, "Are you everything okay back here? The rest of your folks are eating some dinner. Is everything okay over here, friend?"
So I just like glare over there, then glare back down at the ground and just keep on like rubbing Max like harder into the ground.
Like, well, if you need anything, feel free to ask.
Just gonna grunt at her, just going.
Can we see that she went and did that? Like she went over there, or
Yeah, you all see her over there. Yeah.
and we know that he's grumpy for the fight, right?
Yeah, I mean, from
I was
the
gonna say,
whole
how
kind
well
of.
Oh,
do we know?
Okay. Niffles will pop up and be like, if he's grumpy, just challenge him to a fight. That always cheers him up.
And then my eyes, I just look back up at her,
Well,
just
my fighting days
staring
are
dead
over.
eyed.
I think my fighting days might be a little over, but I'm happy to provide you a couple things to smash if you would like.
Bless you.
If that would help with your to relieve some aggression, if that helps.
I'll
There's
lean,
several trees that you can go whack down if you feel the need.
Turn
I'll
it into
just, like,
firewood.
lean
Wouldn't
back
mind the
off.
firewood.
I'll just lean back off the thing. It just drops to the ground. There were two wheels, do. And I'm just gonna go walk over to the tree and absolutely go Hail Mary on the trees, like absolutely Hail Mary.
Are you gonna go? So are you gonna walk like beeline through everybody? Or you're gonna go around everybody.
Oh no, I'm going through everyone.
So you all actually feel the thumps of Parthenax as Parthenax comes and walks through where you all are eating.
As he passes through, I'm just like lifting the book backwards as I continue.
Can I hand him like a
used
piece
to
of
this
bread
already.
as thumping past?
Do you accept the bread?
No, I'm gone. I want the trees.
Wow.
You can just numb something as you.
Yeah, I'll just be like, okay. Put it back.
So about 10 seconds later, you all go back to your food, and then you just hear this whack, whack.
Phase it out. Phase it
Yeah.
out.
Go ahead and roll a strength check for me, Parthenax.
Oh,
Hello,
please
warrior.
tell me like the
Welcome to the-
ricochet.
Parthenax
the
changes
stream.
his name to John Bunyan.
If I can find it.
I'll give you advantage since you're kind of angry.
Is it not rolling?
It's
No.
not.
Do you
coming
have
through.
both pages up?
Yeah. I'm clicked on my character and everything.
You're not coming through.
Oh,
There we go.
There it goes, there it
okay,
goes.
good enough.
18.
Ooh.
All right. How many trees do you want to cut down?
How many trees are around?
On the map, it looks like 4.
I mean, they need
I mean,
firewood,
there's
right?
there's more like in around the map area where it is. So like it's probably a good 20, 30, 50 feet between like this tree and kind of the next trees around it.
I'll do like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll take you about 5-7 minutes.
Yeah. At 5 minutes. I'm sure I can get my way through by then.
As you like hang on a sec. I want to this might be funny.
Oh god.
No, okay. So as Parthenax finishes knocking down the first tree, everyone starts to hear the and you all look over, and thankfully the tree is not falling towards you.
Is that what you rolled for?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Beautiful.
And Raina gets crushed. And Raina's out of the party.
Yeah. So that tree doesn't fall on you and goes further into the forest, so the other trees are not at risk of falling on anyone else.
So it's helpful.
As you head on over, get your aggression out and play whack-a-mole with the trees. Hiscryn's going to come over to Julian. Julian, roll a perception check for me. Just to see if she's going to come up kind of quietly.
With advantage?
Yeah, 18. So you do notice her come up. She kind of sees that you're in a kind of reflecting state, so she comes up quietly at first. You do know that she's there.
Yeah, just a slow turn around and basically just like, but notices, just doesn't say anything. Just like, but yeah, but well aware. Maybe just gives a quick stare and just like, keeps looking forward.
Can I offer you anything to eat? The rest of your companions are eating dinner at the moment. If you want to join them, or I can maybe bring something over if you'd like.
No, thank you. No, I'm good.
Everything okay? Notice you kind of walked off earlier. I'm hoping I didn't offend you. I'm a little friendly sometimes, so I guess that turns a few people off. But just
Cyrus.
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 Is Cyrus a friend?
Was. Do you know the name?
I know many names, but do you have a last name?
No.
I'm not sure I might be of any help. Are you looking for Cyrus?
You could say that.
Is someone that you've lost a companion, or
We have a troubled past.
I see. Well, I'm not sure what help I can be, but I can bring some food if you'd like.
Sure, thank you.
I'll be right back. She walks on over to her hut, kind of manages to dig through some things, and goes and gets some jerky, pretty much, and some other kind of dried out meats, and brings them back to you. And she says, "I haven't met many wolf kind before. Pretty rare. You're a little bit out of your element out here, but this is what I have that might be suitable for you. But
It looks on over, just sees like just meat, just looks up and says, "Yeah,
Thank you. No, nicely. It's okay. You don't know any Cyruses, do you?
I know of one that comes to mind, but I pretty sure this is probably not the same Cyrus that you're talking about."
What was your Cyrus?
Well, she happens to be a silver dragon.
it just cuts her off. It cuts off immediately."
No.
Well, I hope that you find your friend, and maybe you find some solitude in this all. Does going to Elfrost help with you trying to find your friend Cyrus?
I didn't think so. And all of a sudden you mentioned about this rat shard and the chance to maybe see someone again.
I see. Not
Maybe. I don't know.
Lux looks away and then starts eating.
How long have you been traveling with your companions?
Just since Valbor. I mean, I was just working out there, stopping poachers, things like that. Just, whatever. I don't know. I've lost track of time, to be perfectly honest. I haven't known these guys for a while, but hey, I thought, food is food, pay is pay. At the end of the day, gotta make a living.
I see.
I never thought that there might actually be something that would allow me to see him again.
Do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
You may not get an answer, but go ahead.
What are you really after?
Looks directly at Urson and just literally says,
I don't know.
and then just looks back and then just looks at the food and just starts eating.
Would you like to know?
With half a mouthful, they just goes,
Why? What did you say?
I get the sense you're not like the rest of your adventuring party.
What makes you say that?
You have a different way that you present yourself, a different drive in why you're here.
And what way is that?
You travel as someone who has lost something greatly, and you are trying to find something which you do not know if you can grasp.
massive snort just comes out and just like,
Same could be said for anyone. That doesn't really say much.
But you wear it as a cloak. Other people, they go about because they don't know, because they're ignorant. You go about like it's something that is weighing heavily on you, and that there is a deeper mystery, a dark event in your past, maybe, or something else that is holding you back from what a normal adventurer would be excited about or be interested on an adventuring party such as the one that you're currently a part of.
looks and stares directly at Hurston and just goes,
And how exactly can you help with that?
In case you haven't picked up on it yet, I am a dwarven wizard. Very few of my kind. I know what it's like to be outcast from a group and to not belong. And it's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I certainly get like you have lost your way in some sense, and that you have been hurting from some event in your past that you.
it was laugh with causing massive coughing fit.
I'm just saying, I have ways that might help you cope or might help you find answers if you're interested.
I'll think about it.
The more I think about this group, I wonder what your true purpose is behind all this. And she says this in a very kind of discreet, hush-hush type of tone. And we're going to take a bio break right there, folks.
Oh!
We'll be back in a few minutes after we get a chance to kind of process and get a drink and do the rest from everything. So we'll be right back. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do
All
it,
right, welcome
you have
back,
so much-
folks. Second half. Here we go. All right, so we just got done kind of getting through meals and whatnot. Julian is still over reflecting after Hiscryn brought over some dried out meat and some jerky. Everyone else is pretty much kind of wrapped up meals at this point. Parthenax, I'm assuming you're probably hungry after expending some energy to chop down 3 trees.
I could eat.
I could eat, sure, why not? Does anyone have any leftover food that they would like to offer Parthrin?
I still have the bread that he rejected.
There'll be a plate that Nix will carry over to him. Yeah, my owl's smart.
How is the owl carrying it over?
Don't ask questions.
I'm assuming it's just like vertical. Like
it's got a plate in its mouth and it's flying.
So its head bad to have the beak be level.
Yeah.
Roll a strength check for your bird.
Also, probably a dex check to see if it can even fly with it.
Your bird ain't like my bird, bro. My bird's like on a
Lord
different level,
Voldemort
so-
kills Nyx.
Oh no. How do I?
And I'll say your bird has a -2 to strength.
I can look it up.
The question is, what
do you have the owl stats?
the owl stats?
Well, it's not.
Well, it's a 3 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Or monster manual.
Yep.
Probably monster manual.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 3 or 1 or whatever is not going to be good
you
enough.
try to get your owl to hold on the plate, but like it's too heavy, so it keeps putting it down.
It's trying.
It's off.
No, don't help him.
With strength.
Learn.
What's the strength on it, Bobby?
-2.
Oh wow, I nailed it.
Oh god.
It's not an owl member. He's using the stats of an owl. To look like an owl, but he's actually the pseudo dragon.
But he's actually God.
Says the headless figure who's not sitting down anymore.
I like how
well,
Jack
still a
is center
3.
on the layout too.
Right. Still a 3 though. So yeah,
It's
trying
fine.
to pick
it's
it
fine.
up.
Yeah, I'll take the.
I'll use Mage Hand to help you out.
Okay.
And the plate just goes back to the pen.
So Parthenax, as you're walking back, you see Xylith kind of holding out the bread, kind of giving you the really stare, and then you see this plate of like there's a little bowl of soup. There's nuts and berries and some other greens on it that are just starting to float over in your direction now.
Just gonna look around, if I missed something while I've been away, has something happened here? I was so confused why shit was flying around.
Anyone want to chime in?
No.
He's confused while
We're not giving him any context.
Do you pick up the plate from the hand?
Just look at it, and I just look underneath it to see if anything's attached to it.
You see this
it's
purple hand kind of just hovering there, and it's got a little got one of those little tassel flares on it, kind of like a server hand. We'll just add for flair.
Do you look at it and then when you shiver a bit and you go move, and then I'm gonna go and get the bread or whatever Ghost had, Xylith had.
Are you not going to take the food?
I'm a little bit creeped out by the animal.
The food goes flying towards me. The mage hand comes undone and waves Lewis. And I start eating it wow.
All right. Helenestra, while this is going on, I'm guessing.
So while Hiscryn and everyone's still eating dinner, still towards the end of it, can I just sneak away and go check out the hut?
Hot.
You can. Are you just walking around the hut, or what are you trying to do?
I want to try. I guess I want to try and see if there's not necessarily a way into steal something, but see if there's maybe a magical charm on the house to see if anyone could get in. or if there's like a magical charm preventing people from getting in.
So you're rolling.
Because-
You're
or-
trying to investigate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do want to do it like while she's not looking though. That's why.
Wow, Helen Esther, biting the hand that feeds you.
All right, help me out here, other GMs. Would this, like, if he's trying to detect magic, would this be an intelligence check or would this be an investigation?
Arcana.
First, you would have to.
Could work.
I think it'd be an Arcana check if anything.
It would be an Arcana, but first he has to do the whole stealth check.
Yeah,
which
because-
is probably
yeah.
fast real quick.
So I guess yes, the stealth check to I guess see how kind of stealthy you're trying to be.
The Arcana would
Okay.
only help discern if something is magical or not.
You may be about to piss off our host.
Well, he's just checking to see if there's Arcana.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if it is locked or something. I'm not trying to go in.
All right, 22. So you're being pretty stealthy.
You may be about to
Alright.
piss off
And-
our host.
So you're just going around the perimeter to see.
Yeah,
if
yeah. I'm
there's
just like
kinda
around
a-
the house to like
Okay.
and kind of like vibing it.
So do an Arcana check. 2.
Okay.
You get a general perception of some magical stuff, but you can't pinpoint anything in particular about the house.
Okay, and then she goes back and makes it look like she was eating before anyone notices.
I mean, you notice that she was in her house, so you're kind of walking around the house. And
Oh, she was. Oh, okay. I thought she was outside eating with us. That's why.
no, she like after talking with Julian, she went back inside to kind of
Hmm.
tidy things up and whatnot.
Okay.
She right there.
She fully could have seen me.
She's
And
just
you
staring.
rolled a
at
high enough stealth. So
She
Yeah, I did.
she is staring at the front door, just going, "Hi, I'm right fucking here."
I mean, if you would have opened the door, she would have like turned to you and was like, "Oh, what can I help you with?" But
Parthax goes over like, "Boo! I make a side entrance."
makes another Parthenax, the
I would
demolitionist.
I would never do such a thing, Jack.
No,
How dare you.
Make
but
a side door.
I would honestly love it if you roll like a nat 20 stealth. You make like a secret side door, and it's like, "Bob, you don't see this, hi."
No, I just dig underneath and like pop up it mole style in the house. Yeah.
Yes, Nymphus, you're
While she's in the hut, I'm going to go and talk to her again.
okay.
Yep.
you
So
have
I'm
to
gonna-
begin.
Fumble and stealthy walk over. No, I'm not going to do stealthy anything. I'm just going to walk in and be like, I'm going to, knock on the door first. Hello?
Like, oh, hi there. You see her behind the counter, kind of cleaning some things.
I don't know if you might have the answer to this, but and then Nymphus does like as he's talking, he does like a little swish and you see the smoke foam around his hand, and then an image pops up with the paper or parchment that he's been carrying or keeping with him.
Mhm.
I'm kind of looking for him. I think he might be my dad, my actual father. Have you came across him at all? I'll show her the image.
And the image I'm guessing is of what you or who you're trying to figure out if it's your biological father or not.
Yeah.
She takes a moment to look at it, and probably 20-30 seconds go by as she's kind of examining the picture and looking at it, and you see her kind of in deep contemplation. And she says, maybe familiar. It's if it's been from my adventuring time, I'm not very. Some of those memories are kind of fuzzy, but possibly. Why
Well-
are you looking for this person?
Well, I seem to be kind of different as in magic usage, I guess. I don't really know any other people that are like me, and he gave me these, and I show her the braces that I have,
Mm-hmm.
And like, since I was small, my mom doesn't really talk about him, and yeah, it's weird because I feel like he would have answers for me if I could find him.
And she says, "Might I have a look?"
Yeah, I'll show her the bracelets.
So she comes over and takes your wrist by the bracelet and kind of just gently looks over them. It kind of does the whole kind of turn you over, kind of inspecting the type of.
These guns. Meow.
And she looks as like interesting. You said she gave these to you when you were younger?
He gave those to me.
He gave them to you. And how long ago was this?
Oh man, since I was little, like wee lad. And they seem to adjust to my arm as I grow as well. And I don't think I can take them off, but maybe.
You try taking them off and they don't budge, and
yeah.
And she's like, "I'm pretty sure those probably won't come off." Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of answers for you with your bracelets. Unfortunately,
Well, have you seen any users like me in your travels? I mean, people say the things that I do is kind of weird, and it's not what they are used to.
You're.
And I'll by showing an example of that, you see like Nex will like poof right next to me in a smoke and has the feathery tail, the smoke cloud tail, and then like he like goes inside me and comes to the other side, and it's really.
It's like there are not many air genocide in this realm. You are quite unique in the world. To be sure, I've only ever met one other air genocide, or not even an air genocide, another genocide, in my time, and they are far and few between. So I definitely get what you say, that things feel odd, but I would not be discouraged. They're it is part of who you are, and that should not phase you one way or another. And if it does, it is part of who you are, and those people just will not, unfortunately, understand what gifts you have. It is best, I've learned in my times, to appreciate oneself and the gifts that we are given, whether it's by some deity or intuition that we grow up with, or for some just the luck that they happen upon in their lives. But whatever makes who we are, we should embrace that. And
okay.
She grabs your bracelet again, and you are who you are, and you have a very special mother who cares for you, and I'm sure she's very proud of the work that you're doing for her.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. And then if this is like pulls out a parchment and is like, can you sign this for me, please?
She looks at all the other signatures on there and is like, sure, I will be happy to sign it. She does a nice kind of short and tall loops with her handwriting, but she writes out her name. And her full name.
Ooh.
Hiscryn Tinkerfern.
Tinkerfern.
Such a cute last name.
Hold on, let me get that into there. Hiscryn Tinkerfern. Edit. Tinkerfern. Oh, you probably already wrote it somewhere. No,
I hadn't yet. I can post it in
Tinkerfern. Tinkerfern.
Oh, of course, the paste has an image.
Ah, look, that's
Stupid
beautiful.
Discord.
I love it. It's cool. It's
Stupid-
cool. I got it.
stupid
in
Discord.
large letters.
Stupid Discord.
Don't you forget, it's Tinkerfern.
Right. Okay.
I look at it, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you. And then I take Nix, and he and I leave.
Okay.
The hut.
So as you leave the hut, everyone else is kind of finishing up. I know you all have made camp for the night. Is there anything you would all like to do before going to sleep? And who's going to take watches?
I'll take a darkness watch.
Oh,
Are we doing it in pairs? Are we doing it in pairs?
Got enough.
Or
I'm gonna sleep this time.
I'll take the first watch with Balto.
Mine would be darkest,
the-
so they'd be in the middle of
Darkest
the night.
one.
And
Yeah,
Brad was already
darkest
saying
will be
he would.
second watch.
I was gonna say, like, I only need 4 hours of sleep, so I can take the other watches.
All right, so
I'm gonna go to sleep through the whole thing. So I'm not
all right, so first watch is Nymphus. Who's first watch?
I was saying I was teaming up with Balto.
Brad
Yeah, I
was,
think I'm doing it alone.
saying it just beforehand.
All right, so Belto and Nymphus are taking second watch.
It was supposed
and
to be
I'm
Brad,
taking.
Brad with Belto.
Oh, Rad with
Oh,
Belto.
you said Radable.
Yes,
Never
sorry.
mind, okay.
Rad. Okay.
He was saying,
Why is
Yeah,
that-
I'll take first watch then.
thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so first watch is Nymphus. Second watch is Belto and Rad. Third watch is Helenestra.
Yeah, I'll probably do first watch too, because like she's not gonna really be asleep.
Okay, so you'll take first
Anyways.
and third watch.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You all. Oh.
Wait,
Guess I
Jack,
shouldn't
did you
do
want to do
that.
something?
Yeah, it's just I'm saying at some point.
Oh, sorry.
At some point during the night, Julian is gonna approach the hut and try and talk to Harrison.
Isrin?
Yeah,
It's
Harrison.
right.
The thing is that there's I keep thinking Skyrim where there's a Daedric god called Harrison. So I keep thinking Harrison, but Eswin. Okay, Eswin. There we go.
Hiscryn. Yep.
Heswin. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get it right. eventually.
Hiscryn.
Eswin. There we go.
All right. So as you all
Eswin. There you go.
go down to set camp and everything, I'm guessing for everyone who's sleeping is going to be kind of around this campfire area.
Mm-hmm.
Parthenax, Wilrick, you all have normally slept elsewhere. You all going to sleep with the group, or are you going to sleep elsewhere?
I'm gonna sleep under the last. Well, I say under next to the last tree. I'm absolutely like.
You
hammered
are
down.
John Bunyan.
I'm basically gonna use it as a blanket.
Oh God.
Wait, where are you going? Move your token.
You know the last tree I put down. So say if I cut.
You can move
this
your
one,
token.
The one I'm buying. So the one I'm buying. Cut that down and use that as a blanket, almost the actual leaves.
Okay. All right. Everyone else, I'm just going to move people near to the fire. You all can specify where you're going to sleep. Move yourself where you're all going to sleep. Julian, we'll get to you in a second.
Yep, no worries.
On the
All
stump.
investors can be up in the tree.
Oh, whoa!
I'm
Oh,
going to
got it.
crawl up into a little ball.
Well, so there's no tree there because.
Yeah. Parthenax shoved
It
them
is now
all
a
down.
clear field.
Fucking Wilvick is just sleeping on top
I mean,
of
you
a stump.
could go down to this tree down here if you wanted to, but all the
one?
close by trees.
Way down
Like,
south. I bet the
There's this one down here, or there's this one that's untouched. That's by the hut
For now.
in the middle of the night.
I'll take the one
Parthenax
by the hut.
Starts just dream cutting down trees.
for fucking sleep cutting. Whoa, someone's by a motorway.
It's Lewis at the F1.
I'm on mute, actually, mate. So, judge on you.
All right. All right. So Xylith and Helness, you're by the hut. Parthenax, you're by that tree. All right. Oh, cool. All right. So as everyone starts to kind of wind down, I see you, Vi. So Julian, you go on and knock on the door.
Now, Julian would obviously there are people within, I would say, view. Julian would like to do this privately, but understands that there are people within view. Are people asleep or not?
At this point, they're not quite asleep yet. They're kind of getting there, but
so Julian would
you could stealth. You can.
That's what Julian would like to do this as privately as possible, but
so
depending on
16. I'm assuming Xylith and Helnester, you do not have a passive perception higher than 16.
Mine is 15.
Where is it? Oh.
Perception,
Yeah, mine's 12.
passive perception.
Let's go, Julian.
So isn't Helenestra and myself doing the first watch anyway?
Yeah.
So
yeah, but Helnester is up in the tree. You're up in the tree right now, so.
Yeah.
I'm not in the tree.
Well,
yet.
Would I hear the door open?
Well, the door isn't opened yet. I've not.
That's why I'm asking. Like,
no,
would I hear the door open?
No, with the stealth, I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear. All right, so. You see Hiscryn open up the door, and he's asked, "Yes, Julian, what can I do for you?"
I thought about what you said. Tell me what you know, please.
Well, I don't know specifically myself, but I have ways of learning.
Help me!
With that, now Xylith and Helnester know you're there. She says, "Follow me." And
when I hear that, can I like jump out of the tree towards the
like
thinking something's going down?
Sure.
Because Helnester probably didn't hear specifically what was said, just that it was a loud.
Yeah.
So yeah, she rushes into the door. Out of just habit.
Well, so I mean, Julian's right there at the door.
Oh, I thought he had gone in by the time I.
No, we're at the door. Yeah,
still at the door.
Okay. Is everything all right?
And she said, "Oh yes, it's not a problem. Julian and I are just gonna have a quick chat for a minute. Sorry to bother you."
Mr. kind of like side eyes the two of you. I'm not gonna insight this, but she's like, "All right, well," in her head she's just like, "All right, well, if something goes down, I'm really right here, and I probably might be able to take his ass down."
Can I tell that like Julian is kind of distressed?
Roll a insight check.
Oh, my insight is shit.
4.
And it only gets worse.
It only gets worse.
It's okay.
No, Julian is perfectly fine.
He has this kind of like almost rabid look about him as he kind of like just went off. How many? He kind of gets over and you have like kind of the bloodshot. I was like, it's enough to be like, okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now.
Is this going to convince me that Julian's about to attack this woman?
No.
Okay.
Kind of like that cartoon craze look, like the hyenas from the Lion King. It's like, but kind of more the
wonderful news.
So she says, "Wait here a moment," and she goes around and from what you can tell, she's kind of motioning her hand, almost like putting up. From what you can tell, maybe some kind of almost like establishing a perimeter around her hut and kind of the local area.
Uh-oh, someone's making a voodoo field.
And this is where everyone attacks everyone.
After about
Yeah, but
5
I'm
minutes,
safe 'cause
she
I'm
comes
inside.
back to you and is like, "Follow me." And she takes you off into the deeper part of the woods, kind of going around the other side of the hut. Oh, that's a good roll. So she's escorting you around the hut to where no one else can kind of see where you all are going. So both of you kind of sneak off for a little bit. Everyone else getting kind of settled in for the night.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I think
guess.
we're all waiting for combat time. Here we go.
I'm waiting to start to roll to do my first watch. So I'm just like,
And the best thing is, it's like I'm not going to be involved. I am safe.
All right, so
That's what you think, Jack.
Nymphis and Halanestra, I want you to go ahead and roll perception for your first watch.
Wait, are you telling me we don't get music, Dust? Where's the music?
I need to work on music. I really do.
beautiful.
That I just like to. I wanted to hear like the slow backing music. And, like,
I mean, I wish.
I'm sure. Hang on. Play Escape. Just play Escape if you have it.
Well, I can't play it through the table.
Oh, are you?
I have to
oh, you
upload
can't.
it and then yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But Escape would be perfect for this.
This would normally be this part where if it was Critical Role, I have everyone else leave and just do this with Julian. But since we don't have that,
Sleep.
since we don't have that luxury,
It's cool. Next time.
All right.
Or what we could do is I could do a separate one shot with you later,
Oh.
and we can kind of fill in the blanks later.
Oh yeah, but people don't know shit. This is good.
I might actually do that.
Yeah,
So,
that's
we'll say you go off. You have your little thing. I'll say for now, you and Hiscryn come back about
couple of hours.
4 hours later.
Whoa,
sweaty
shit!
and bothered.
Whoa.
Was that fun for you?
It was fun for me.
But
Smoking a cigar or something.
okay, so protection. Okay, but you all come back, and Nymphis and Halanestra do not notice you two come back. So you come back around the house the same way that you came out, and she says, "Well, we learned quite a few things tonight, didn't we? I hope this helps you kind of figure out what is what your next steps are."
Okay, and Julian is like so like visibly shaking and literally just goes straight to the carriage, gets inside the carriage, and just literally collapses inside the carriage, so people can't see that, but goes inside the carriage.
Yep. All right. Based on the rolls for Nymphis and Halanestra, pretty restless, watchful, full night. Time to go start round 2. So you go wake up.
Yeah, I'm trying
Belto
to
and Rad.
keep watch, but I keep looking down at my book a little bit. I'm just like,
Just have this little kind of light going on. Yeah. Yep. All right. So you go to wake up Belto and Rad.
Yeah, I'll get Rad.
I go wake up Belto.
By the way, Dust, your screen is black.
My screen's black.
The map.
Rad?
The map.
Oh
You throw
yeah.
us onto the
We're
map,
gonna
yeah.
do that later. I need to move it back. Right. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay,
Rad.
no worries. I was letting you know. Yep.
Rad, it's your turn for watch.
I'm just like still like laid back, slightly snoring, just like.
Throw him in the river.
Rad!
Hit him with the book.
Fight the fuck off! Rad!
Just like shakes me a bit, and then like I just like grab him, just like, what the fuck do you want?
It's your turn for watch.
Oh.
And while you grab me, I kind of like zip away already. Like I do my genie thing. It's your turn for watch, and then I zip away, and you see Nyx grabs my ring and flies off.
It's like as he does that, I'm just there like, oh fuck. God damn it! So I just like look up and I can just see Bobby just slowly waking up, and I'm like, oh God, even he's awake now. Right, better get up.
Motherfucker.
Wait, who had the second
Alright.
watch again? I can't remember.
Belto and
yeah.
Rad.
Oh, it was Belton
Yeah.
and Rad. Okay, cool. Wonderful.
All right. So where do you all? So for Nifis and Helenestra, I need you to move your tokens to where you're going to sleep, and for Belto and Rad, where you're going to post up to take watch.
How about we go
Let's just
down in the
sleep
water,
in
and
the
it might be a
tree.
bit more stable for rather than climbing a tree. I can't get up in this heavy armor, and that'll give us some line of sight.
Wait, Nymphis, you're sleeping inside the cabin?
So we're going over there, yeah?
Or just near
No,
whatever.
it's gonna be
No,
on
no,
top. It's
no,
on
no,
top
so
of the
that's
cat.
Memphis.
Oh, on
I'm-
top of the cabin.
I'm going. My
Ah.
owl's gonna be on top, watching over everybody. Actually,
Okay, fair enough. I was about to say, you know, that's very.
all the trees were chopped down recently, and Helenestra's in another tree, so I'm just gonna go on top of the hut.
Hey, there's a boat over here. I mean, you know, you can go on the boat.
That's so fun.
I'm on a boat and it's going fast.
I haven't heard that song in so long.
I got a
But I'm just on top
Nautical
of the
team,
hut.
Pashmina
and-
Afghan.
So just a quick, because given how close Belto is, how long has passed between Belto starting this watch and Julian being in the carriage?
Like maybe 15 minutes.
Okay, so Julian has fallen asleep, but there are whimpers coming from inside the carriage.
Okay. Realizing that you're in there, I'm just gonna not use the carriage as a watch post, but just like stand by the road just to have the
Wonderful.
most line of sight on everything.
Mm,
Alright.
okay.
So Rad and Belto, please roll perception checks.
Ali.
I think an 8 and a 15 incoming. 8 and 15.
Here we go again.
Well, that's a bit more than 8 or 15.
12 and 21. All right. Okay.
Sees everything.
As you all are kind of going through the night, you hear kind of some of the wind pick up and the fall leaves kind of rustling around a little bit. You hear some cooing of some other owls, not just Nymphis' owl. And the
That's not what owls say. Okay, whatever.
just like
Hoot, 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 hoot.
what? Yeah, and nothing else really goes on too much for this night's rest.
So, I would just like to have a little bit of dialogue if possible, please.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
So, don't talk that much, but since gotta pass the time on this and things seem peaceful for now, how do you enjoy the night?
Oh, hang on.
Bobby, you set yourself up for
Say
that,
you want to get
man.
his pants without saying you want to get in his pants.
I like to stroll around
You will.
naked in the woods while everyone else sleeps. While my pet hawk Eden watches.
I was going to say my pet hawk sucks me off, but same idea, basically.
Oh God, could you imagine?
Well,
Then as
you
everyone
ruined it.
as everyone sleeps, I like to put my balls in their
Not the
mouth.
intention, obviously.
It's amazing. I love how
Oh.
Dusty was the first one to laugh too.
I didn't realize what he said
I'm just
until Dustin started
slowly
laughing.
walking over to Parthenax just to dip my balls in his mouth. And I've
Oh
just
my
come
gosh.
back and I said, "Sorry, what'd you say?"
How do you? There's
Okay.
there's no straight
No,
way
I'm
to
going
say
to
that anymore, is there?
rephrase. Does he say, what did I say? So I'm going to take this chance to rephrase.
Might be smart.
I'm trying to find a way that can't be innuendoed. Jeez,
There's not a
impossible.
lot.
We're just gonna innuendo you.
I know.
Just let it be. That's part
You're
of the
good.
fun.
You're good now. You're good now. Yeah. We've had her in
Part
the
of-
You're good.
Part of the reason I try to take these watches in the evening is because I enjoy the twilight. I was wondering if, what do you fear the night? Do you embrace it? Do you like?
I'll just look over at you and say, I don't really fear anything. At night, I can see everything very clearly. I don't fear anything at all. And just start making like my way forward just to check on the others a little bit.
Well, you can't see them from here.
Well, some of them are behind a tree and whatnot. I just want to make sure there's nothing hiding.
Well, I can
Nothing.
see about 5 trees out. I'm not seeing anything out there.
You mean stumps?
That's unusual. The most you've ever heard of is your range of vision.
I just look over and think, how can you see so clearly?
The range gun.
Oh,
God damn it! Well, I have some gifts that I have been blessed with, but I haven't tried doing this in a while. My eyes are going to flash briefly, and then I am going to activate a class feature called Eyes of Night, where your vision, the stars seem to shine a little bit brighter, and you can see with dark vision out to 300 feet now.
Oh shit, man!
kind of.
I mean, I saw you doing your fucking like 30. I mean, you're gonna literally see the whole fucking world at this point because like 30 feet is literally the top of the map.
So where you saw before,
you
it's
can
just kind
share
of
it too. That's cool.
edge of the tree line. You now see into the forest another 200 feet, and as you look around, you can see further down the paths that you could before. And actually, as you look over into the water, you can actually see below the surface of the water now, with just in the moonlight.
If we're ever having to fight enemies in the darkness, I can make sure a number of us are able to not be at quite the disadvantage.
How long does this last for?
An hour.
An hour? Yeah.
An hour, cool. No, wonderful. It's not like permanent or anything like that. And just because it's might be a stupid question, but just because we're in this world, it's not X-ray vision. It is literally
It is just dark vision out to 300 feet.
Cool, wonderful. You can just see in the dark. Cool, wonderful, cool.
So, just kind of like,
especially since you tend to be a bit more of the range type, I figured it might be able to help to see within your capable range in the darkness.
I just look over and smirk and just go, I feel like we're going to become very good friends. I'm going to kill someone.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
Well,
as you've now done this spell on me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk 300 feet away and I'm going to shoot an arrow.
At?
Okay,
me?
what are you shooting at?
Something tells me Rad wasn't being serious, but maybe he is.
Maybe I am now. Hold on, where's it? Actually, hold on, where's that bit?
It's longer than this map.
Yeah, it's longer than. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it at.
Just tell me what direction you're going in, and we'll improvise.
At Melog's grave.
That's a little more than 300 feet away.
So I'll do it as like a tester.
So you're actually going to move away 300 feet?
Or,
Or you're going to try to shoot something at 300 feet away with your bow?
Yeah.
And try to follow the sight of the arrow.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh,
okay. We'll say there's
at least.
I'm not going to shoot Lewis, don't worry.
At least none of us are getting hit.
Look at him,
What with?
I'm moving 300 feet away and I'm going to shoot you completely.
I got that, but I'm very concerned what with.
the bow. Geo. We'll say you see a shrub kind of back down the road that you came, and you'll try to hit that.
Okay.
A shrubbery.
So roll with disadvantage because of your...
How do I do that?
So that's an interesting one.
Just
so
roll twice.
Yeah, just roll twice.
Hold on, attack.
So just because I'm interested, does dark vision granted by Belto give dark vision but with disadvantage if we attack then?
No, he gets disadvantage because the
range. Dark vision to 300 feet instead of his normal 60 or 0, depending on your race.
Okay, I wanted.
Well, what's the range on your bow?
600.
600.
150
So
to
yeah,
the
it's
effective range.
disadvantage. It's disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, that's
Okay.
damage.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
You can't
I
even
just
you can't
wanted-
even try to hit something you can't see at that range.
Is that it?
Once more.
No. Yeah, you've got a. Yeah, you've got a.
That was your first roll. So roll one more time.
You got a 12 at the moment so far, Brad. You got a 12 and
12.
a 16, so it's a 12. Yeah.
Yeah, you take your time. You do your long breaths and you exhale and then you let it go. And yeah, you manage to kind of hit the side of the brush.
Although just like give a thumbs up because he was able to see it. But also not like he's doing that so he's not shouting "good shot." Like he's not gonna
Nice throw.
Get good, kid. Gotta hit your shots.
Nice cock.
Forgot
And then
about that one.
I'll just look over at Belter and just say, we're definitely gonna have to remember this. And then just know that I can use that majorly to my advantage.
I
When I'm gonna
can
be
I can share this gift once a day for free. Otherwise, I have to draw on my own powers to be able to do it again.
And it's a vicinity thing, not one.
It's a
person
number
thing.
of creatures.
Number. Oh, how many is that?
Within
Is that
10
over
feet of you. That's what it says.
3 at the moment.
Cool. Wonderful. All right.
But
okay.
So
As I gathered like the information you tell me about how the spell works and how like obviously it can cost you a bit, I just kind of like smirk because I'm obviously a bit evil. It's like
this is a divine gift from Torm. It allows me to aid my companions for those who normally cannot see in the night.
oh. Belter, you've given me a lot to think about.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
Belter doesn't know you
on
are
about,
evil.
Jack?
I just love how Brad had to clarify that he was a bit evil. Like, we know.
I can switch like that. That so far we haven't.
So neutral. Anyways,
All right. Anything
I'm
else
on the
you
evil
all
side.
do
I've been
during
told I
watch?
can't steal anymore. I got
Anything
told off.
Yeah, no,
Nope.
me too. I was told like you're not lawful good. Get the fuck on. It's like you're not lawful good. So I had to change my one too. So yeah.
All right.
I think the same person told you off that told me off.
Belto and Red, anything else for your watch?
unless something occurs,
That's a pretty, again,
or if he wants to say anything else.
pretty calm watch.
Well, that. No, I'm sorry. I'm just like looking through like my abilities to see if anything cool could happen. There's no threats or anything, is there?
Not during your watch. Nope, not that you perceive.
That we shall go to bed.
All right.
Okay.
We shall go to bed
together.
He said not our watch.
Who am I waking up for the third watch?
Helnestra.
Oh, yeah,
Just
no,
Helnestra?
who would wake up at, from the other 4 hours, right? Or
Yeah, Helnestra.
yeah, okay,
You.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll go back over. All right. Nudge, nudge, with the edge of the shield.
All right.
Your turn once again.
All right. Anything
Well, so-
happen?
Yeah, a little bit of target
Good,
practice for our ranger, but that was about it. Nothing of consequence.
Okay. Okay, we'll deal with any injuries in the morning.
No injuries. I would have dealt with it immediately.
Eh.
So, Belto, were you gonna sleep?
Right. I'll just get out of the road real quick.
Wow! Click, 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 click. It's fucking drive-by shooting.
Helnestra, you gonna keep watching the tree?
I'm actually gonna get down out of the tree.
Okay.
And how close is the edge of the swamp to us?
I mean, it's a ways away. You're not sure how specifically far it is, but it's a ways away.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can I look around for any like tracks that I may not have seen before we?
You can make it to the
started
swamp.
preparing for No. I'm still staying in the near area.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Bitch, I live here.
Sure. You can do a survival check.
All right.
Decent survival.
Dirty 20.
Okay. As you're looking around, you don't notice a whole lot of footprints other than maybe what is probably your crew, and then also Hiscryn as well. You notice some other footprints that may not be related, but nothing that would kind of indicate any recent activity that would have come from the direction of the swamp,
Okay.
particularly here.
All right. And there's like nothing that's immediately saying I was like, this is a big creature that could be a threat either, I'm guessing from that.
Well, so for the kind of the watch stuff, we'll do the perception roll.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, there's no, other than what would be kind of just wildlife in general, nothing pops out specifically. Yeah.
All right. And then here's that perception roll.
21. Okay.
Plus 9 plus 10.
21.
21.
You stupid.
I'm not.
As it gets to morning, you notice something off in the distance. So like the sun's starting to come up. Off in the trees, you see kind of flocks of birds every once in a while, kind of flying up out of trees. Almost like something's moving. I mean, they're far off. They look like kind of just the general fare of what you would probably see in the woods.
Oh, like hawks and stuff?
Yeah. Mostly kind of like crow, sparrow type birds, kind of that would be nesting in those kinds of trees.
So I go up. Do I hear anything other than the birds?
Not at this range. So this is probably about about a half a mile away.
About a half a mile away. Okay. At what time is it now? You said it's getting towards morning.
It's about 6 a.m. in the morning.
Okay, I'm gonna start waking people up. A couple of people at a time. I'm gonna start with Belto, Wilric, and I'm gonna try Parthenax. I know I haven't had the best luck waking him up, but I'm gonna try again.
Okay, so Wilric and Parthenax roll Constitution, and then Belto roll it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Since you're technically still trying to get your full 8 hours of sleep.
Yep.
Okay, Wilric. So Wilric, would you be amicable to being woken up, or would you not?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so you are able to wake up Wilric. Parthenax, same for you. Would you be amicable to being woken up or not?
No.
All right, so you stay asleep with your 21.
I got
Belto
6.
with the 6. Would you be amicable to be woken up or not?
I'll wake up.
So you wake up. Right now, you're not rested.
Yep.
So you're able to wake up Wilric and Belto.
Okay.
What's up?
Something's weird. Something weird's going on. I point up at the birds up in the sky, and I motion to them, and see these birds? They're not flying like they normally do. Not from the swamp. They're not flying like they normally do. And said,
How so?
Alnester goes to describe like they aren't as scattered typically. They're usually like a lot more together instead of like separate, well, like some like those V shapes that you see.
While you're talking,
that's how I'm
a few of them kind of fly over you that you saw kind of fly over before.
Yeah, like that. Like they're typically more a big group than spread out like this. That means that something's going on over there. And she points over to the swamp. I just don't know what.
Could they be fleeing?
They might be. But I feel like if
Um,
they were fleeing, there would be a lot more. Like, how fast are they coming out? Is it like
Well, it's like every
maybe
once
like
in a while
a
you see
minute or
you
so?
see like a pocket, like almost like a brief disturbance, and they kind of just
Oh, okay.
yeah. It's not like
Oh,
they're
okay,
running
so-
from something. It's just like something startled them or something got too close, and then they flew off.
Okay, but it's like
It's like whenever
Oh,
you're in
okay,
a
but it's
park and you get near a
moving
tree,
through-
and then like the birds just fly away because you get too close.
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
that thing. Yeah.
okay.
Mm.
Um,
is there a general pattern on? Is like a direct path towards us, or is it just more of a range?
From what you see, Helen Estra, it's kind of in your general direction. It's kind of a little bit sporadic, but it seems to be kind of coming in your direction.
Am I able to see more with the farther distance?
Being on the ground, you don't
Like
see
in terms
any
of
other
sources? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
what do you guys want to do? Do we want to just like ignore it, or do we want to like get everyone up and prepared for something that may or may not be coming?
Let's keep an eye out. If something attacks,
If-
we'll wake up the rest. But
All right.
Yeah, we should keep vigilant. We should see
Yeah.
if it gets any closer, and if it gets any closer, we should wake up the others.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to go back to sleep, Belto, I thought there might be something else coming up like relatively soon. I know you may still be tired, so if you want to go back to sleep.
are you two sure you're all set?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
I've got a question about Farm Familiar, by the way. It's saying the component of it is like VSM, like 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, or whatever. Is that like a thing which I need to have on me
In order to cast a
order
spell, you use
Yeah.
up 10 gold's worth of materials.
Oh,
I mean,
Which
sometimes we
you
just,
probably do.
yeah. I'll just say for now, if you just want to use 10 gold for it, we'll worry about material stuff later, or just take 5 gold for now. Or
I have no gold, so that's
and yeah,
I have gold.
yeah, but you're sleeping.
We do.
Yeah, I'm asleep, yes.
Correction, you guys be broke.
Yeah.
no. I'll just leave it for the time being until there's anything coming closer.
Right. So, Rourke, you've had your 8 hours of sleep. You've had 10. So, are you staying up or?
I'll stay up. Yeah.
All right. Since there's at least 2 people on watch, Belta will hesitantly, but he will go to sleep.
Okay. So another 20 or 30 minutes go by. You see a few more patterns of birds. It looks like the direction's kind of moving off to the north of you, possibly further up to where the split in the road is.
Okay. I'll just say to Helen, do you have any gold to cast Farm Familiar or whatever?
Yeah, I do. And she goes in her bag. How much is it? 10?
10.
Well, technically,
she
you'd have
hands
to
you-
have the materials for it. But
Oh, would
It's
you?
10 gold's
Sorry.
worth of those specific materials. Most DMs just tend to just be like, oh, just write off the 10 gold.
Oh yeah. Can I just do the 10 gold? then?
what are the
That'd be fine.
materials?
It says 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, herbs, or must be consumed by fire or in a.
We'll say you took charcoal
grass
from the
acid.
fire from the last, or from the fire that you all had going on, and
Yeah.
take some of the herbs from that Helenestra has from the potions grab thing. So yeah, we'll,
Oh no,
we'll say you got-
I use all my herbs. Remember?
oh
No,
yeah, we'll just say
I only have
we'll
the bug left.
we'll just play with it for now. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and use it.
Oh yeah, you cast Farm Familiar, and then like a hawk, I believe you can div. I'm right, yeah. I'll summon a hawk to go further in there, see if I can see anything.
Okay. How much further ahead?
What's the range of it? It's
Well, you can command it up to
cast with
100 feet, but you can tell it to go further. You basically give it to the man, it would go look and then probably come back.
Is there if I'm familiar, you can go through their sensory, can't you? You can use
You
their
can use an
Only up to
action
that
to
100
feet.
swap
You
your
can-
senses into it. Yes, within the 100 feet.
Yeah, I'll just fly up 100 feet in the sky in the general direction where it's going to,
Okay.
and see if I can perceive
You're
anything.
just gonna
So I said again, you cut out for me.
have it hover in place.
Scouting, just see what's happening.
So if you're doing like 100 feet, then it could probably get like 60 feet away from you from a circumference if you're going 40 feet up or whatnot. Roll a perception.
Yep.
I'm feeling a 14.
You were wrong.
Yeah.
9. Other than just kind of the general direction of where the birds are going, you don't see anything else in particular.
No.
Through the vision.
I'll go to Helena. I can't. Be like, I can't really tell anything. It's just mass birds fleeing.
Okay.
I'm not overly too sure, but it does seem to be north of us.
North?
Just going towards north. Yes.
Okay. So we might run into whatever it is then in the next day or so.
We might need to be wary of it, or try to warn the fellow people here.
Would Hiscryn be up at this time? Do we think?
Yeah, no. Could be.
Can I go up to the hut and like see if I can tell if she's like awake? Like hear her?
Sure. Yeah. I'd say go ahead and roll a investigation.
Investigation
I kind
or
of fell asleep
perception?
in the doorway.
No, sorry, perception. Hey, you're sitting right next to the door, kind of leaning back against it. 14.
14?
Yeah. So it does seem like there has been some movement in the hut. It looks like there's a candle that's been lit, and there's some water boiling for morning tea or something like that.
I knock on the door.
Okay.
Hiscryn, are you up? Are you awake?
Xylith, you're kind of woken up by this a little bit. She takes a few seconds to respond. It's like, yes. Who is it out there?
It's Halanestra.
Oh, good morning, dear. Yes. Give me 1 moment.
All right.
She kind of goes back, and you hear kind of ruffling around a little bit. Xylith, you're there now, kind of woken up from your sleep after 10 hours. So, feeling well rested.
Yeah. I'm gonna get up and I guess because Helenestra's like right next to me, I'll be like, "What are you doing?"
I'll fill you in on it in a bit.
Why are
I
you
need
just
some
standing
answers.
there?
What are you doing, bro?
I'll fill you in on it later. I just want some answers.
She comes back to the door and, yes, good morning, Helenesh. What can I help you with?
Are you guys in the doorway still?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're on top of the thing.
Xylith. I go, look out below!
Do you land on me or Xylith?
I'm not a Xylith.
Okay.
Xylith, catch
Just
me!
flat.
Oh.
Do I catch Nymphus?
Roll a dexterity check.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, no, dexterity saving throw since you're kind of startled.
Oh.
Can I also attempt to help catch? When I hear this?
Nah, I
She got it. She got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're startled for a second, and then you're like, ah!
Ah!
Thank you!
What's the matter
Good
with you?
I go, good morning!
And then you wake up Rad and Parthenax and Belto. Belto stirs again because
I'm not gonna let go. I'm just gonna continue carrying Nymphus like a bride or something.
You can let me. Oh,
No,
okay, where are we
no.
going?
I'll just walk away somewhere.
Where are we going? Okay.
taking him away from the hut.
Yeah.
Snaps up, sees the scene.
Right, right.
Belta
So-
always wakes up to some weird stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of an ongoing theme, isn't it?
Yes.
Hiscryn comes back out. It's like, yes. What can I help you with? She opens the door and
Halnestra motions up to the sky. He's like, mentions the birds like coming and going, like in a weird pattern that's what's normal. Have you noticed anything strange going on recently that might be the cause of all this? Because I've lived in the swamp most of my life and I've never seen anything like it.
he looks up and is like, "Oh, you said there's some birds flying around? I mean,
Yeah. They started moving more northwards, but it was like in this weird like something was trying to like move through the swamp over there, and I just didn't know if you might know if anything weird or different has happened recently that might be the cause for it.
nothing recent has happened that I remember. Every once in a while, something gets running through the forest, and birds will react sometimes, but that hasn't happened
But
lately.
this, yeah, but not like at the frequency of which it's been. Can I insight to see if she knows Elvish?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. Because I forgot this does depend on how Hallmester speaks.
18. I mean, she might. You could try to ask something and see if she understands it.
So this last part, where she was talking about the frequency, like she's saying that in Elvish, because she doesn't know those big terms in common, because she never really used it
Okay.
until about a week ago.
She kind of looks at you and it's like, I'm sorry, my Elvish is kind of rough. Absolutely.
And
Could you say that again, please?
Hallmestra goes back to common, and it's just like, it's like birds not fly frequently often. It's very broken common. She's not really used it until she's met you guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to take a look. This is quite peculiar. In fact, as everything kind of wraps a few things up inside, turns off kind of the heat under the tea, and comes out and it's like, so where are you saying these birds are flying from?
Hallnestra, swamp head north, and she like points over while she's talking to help like make her point find a bit more.
She kind of stands there for a couple minutes, and another flock of birds goes off. It's like, oh, I see. I'm sure it's probably nothing, but best keep your eye out if you're heading out. Then, but can never be too careful, especially for adventuring party.
Yeah. And Hallnestra holds up her her finger as in like a one more thing.
Mhm.
And she says like, no make potion.
I have not made potions in quite a while. I could try to conjure up some. Might be a little bit out of practice. Do you happen to have any ingredients on you?
Hallnestra goes into her bag and she pulls out she has the water skin of soup that has the poison ingredients. And then she pulls out a bug. And she pulls out the bug and she goes, not know what do. And she also undoes her water skin and pours that out, show a bit, and describes the herb she put into the soup with it. So she kind of has so she might know what it does.
Okay.
Or if Hiscryn might know what it would do.
Yeah, for the sake of brevity, she tells you that the bug is with how it's preserved is typically used for some kind of it has a couple of uses. One could be for potion making, or one could be for like a kind of almost like a paste for medical purposes type stuff. As far as the herbs that you've put in the soup, she kind of has a understanding a little bit of what some of those herb components could be, but the fact that they're in the soup doesn't make them usable anymore for potion making.
Obviously not for potion making, but like, would the soup do anything?
Oh, so like investigate what the soup could do.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So
I want to know what this does.
I see what you're doing here. Yeah. So you see her kind of wave her hand over it a little bit, and after a minute, kind of holds the soup, or holds the water skin or the soup skin, and after a few seconds, comes back. It's like, I see someone's been having a little fun with their own little alchemy. I would be very careful with drinking this, with the possibility of drowning.
Drowning?
So the ingredients put into this bag were for components of water breathing, and if someone were to drink this, they could drown from not being able to breathe water. Or not be able to breathe like the air, because they'd have to be in water, basically.
Yeah. But if I were to stab myself, I could swim in that river, is what I'm understanding, with one of my darts.
Not entirely sure. This is incomplete, as I'm not sure what the effect would be.
That was player to DM.
Oh. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, but I haven't.
It may work, it may not.
Stab yourself and find out.
Halanestra, like, respectfully, she says, "Thank you, time. Hope meet again," and like walks away.
Yep.
From that.
Well, you're most welcome, Halanestra. So everyone else is kind of waking up at this point. You kind of continue to track the birds as they fly off a little bit. About an hour left of your watch, they kind of stop flying off, so that pattern kind of stops. She comes out and is like, "Good morning, dearies. Some warm tea and some crackers and bread if you're interested." And looks at you, Wilrick. "I did find some cheese. It might be a little old, a little sharp, but there is some cheese."
Why does she remind me of Mrs. Doubtfire?
Wasn't what I was trying to go
exactly
for.
what it sounds like.
Cheese.
Really does.
Cheese is on the way, dearies.
Cheese is on the way, dearies.
Cheese is on the way.
Oh my God.
Mrs. Doubtfire, dearie. But no, I just grabbed the cheese and I'm like, cheese.
What's Wilrick's favorite kind of cheese? I gotta know.
He's a plain type of person, so
Oh,
he'll
come
just
on.
say,
Let's move on with the story. We've been
He'll
over
just-
cheese for so long.
he'll just go mild, mild cheese.
All right, so I think we'll end it there. For the sake of, I need to do
Nowhere.
the one shot for Jack before we really progress on from here, and there's a couple other things before we head out, like really quick, super quick things. But part of that's going to be dependent on how the session goes with Jack. So we're going to cut it here for now. Very beginning of the next session, we'll wrap up a couple of details, and then we're going to head on our way. And I don't think we'll get to Elfrost quite yet next session, but we'll be very close.
Man, I really thought we were gonna make it this year.
We'll make it this year. It's just you know.
As long as there's not any other tangents,
Yeah.
in 2 sessions you'll be at Elfrost. So
Okay.
Trust me, You're gonna.
So I'm hearing another journey for cheese, yeah?
No more cheese.
You're gonna be hearing
Nah,
a lot,
no.
either a lot less or a lot more out of
Instead of the
Julian
Holy
soon.
Grail, you have the Holy Cheese in the sky.
Oh.
I mean, the sun does kind of like a.
I was gonna
like a
say,
big
does the
cheese.
sun look like a cheese to Wilrick?
Like, oh my
Maybe
god,
the moon.
powder.
Maybe the moon.
Yeah.
The best thing is, really, he hates cheese.
Right?
Yeah, right.
He really hates cheese.
Oh my god, crackers.
Why does he hate cheese, but always asks for it?
Wilrick
could-
is a
because-
complex creature.
It's very complex.
So
Normally, he hates cheese. Oh.
The wrapping up.
yeah, so for the stream, we're gonna end it so I can talk to the players post-mortem, post-stream. Thank you all for
Post-mortem, my god, but
Gosh.
die.
Oh my.
Okay.
Anyway.
anyways, thanks for watching. We will be back in 2 weeks on the 28th. And then I think after that, schedules get a little finicky. We will try to keep to an every other week schedule. I know, Rad, you have a few things coming up that we might need to dance around a little bit. But I believe the 20th is still good for everybody. But thank you for all the new folks that were here to watch a little bit. I know Gio had sent some folks over, and I think, Rad, you had a few folks that were interested in watching. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. Have a good night. Bye.